Welcome back to the Humble Pod, guys. You're here with Mama Lance.
And Auntie.
Oh my gosh. That was way too long, Summer.
Do you think I'm annoying?
I feel like people stop listening as soon as you
Do you
did
reckon?
that. Yeah.
Do you reckon I'm annoying?
Yeah. I think you are quite annoying. I'm not going to lie to you.
Not all the time, though.
Sometimes.
Like how many? What's the percentage?
50-50, yeah.
Yeah, that's healthy. I think that's healthy. That's healthy for our relationship.
Yep.
And I'm actually okay with that.
So today's snack,
What?
we've got,
Wait, you got to tell everyone.
it's snack time, snack review time.
Oh my gosh, make it more exciting.
We've got one of Kai's.
No, just be. Today I'm doing the snacks. Like
Okay.
say that you bought the snacks. Like add some oomph to it, make it exciting. Okay, go. Yeah.
So today I bought the snack,
No,
Summer.
you didn't.
Guess what I've got?
Oh, finally, everyone. If you've been listening to our previous episodes, you would know Alana gives me a hard time and she rates my snacks. I don't think you've even given me higher than a 6.
Yeah, because you grab healthy snacks. They're
Not
very
really.
good most
Like
of
I
the
bought
time.
Kit Kat, I bought heaps of stuff.
Yeah, true.
You're just hard to please. What snack? Ooh.
It's one of Kai's favourite at the moment from Audi.
What?
It's for 12 months plus.
No, let me see the box.
Here you go.
She's bought a Kai snack. So this is a mum grab snack.
We had to grab what was there.
Okay, I'm actually down with this. Like every now and then you can bring in a snack for the mums.
This one's for the toddlers out there.
Oh, yeah.
We've got a fruit and oat bar, strawberry flavoured.
What brand is it? Mamia.
Mamma.
Oh, I actually rate these ones. I've tried one of the other ones.
The apricot ones are good. I
Yeah,
reckon.
okay. What flavour? Strawberry.
Here you
Ooh.
go. Here's your snack.
Oh
Don't
my
eat it too
gosh.
fast.
Okay. Why are they in such cute packaging?
The smell reminds me of those little soft fruit bars we used to have like in primary school.
What?
Those orange ones. Do you remember when we were kids?
the apricot.
Smell it. That's what it reminds me
Oh
of.
my gosh, it does. It's so nostalgic. Taste.
Tastes the same.
Wait, to be honest, I highly rate Kai snacks because they're low in sugar. They're the perfect nibble size to have with my coffees. Like the amount of times I grab a Kai snack bar and put it in my purse.
Yeah, low in sugar.
All right, I'm going to rate that again, but I'm not mad about the fact you bought in a Kai snack.
Yeah.
What a mum thing to do.
Hey, mum life.
We are not the same, honestly. When it comes to snacks, personality, energy levels, would you say we're similar, the same? What's your
No,
opinion?
Nothing alike, to be honest. We are not alike.
We are not the same. I feel like everyone at home has already picked up on that. If you're from our TikTok fam and you've
Yeah.
been with us even from now or since the beginning.
Yeah, I feel like there will be a lot of sisters out there that are so different to each other.
Yeah. And we actually get so much admiration about our relationship, which I love.
Yeah.
Like, I'm proud of our relationship and where it is today and the amount of, like, love, intention and time. As I say always, when anyone's like, so lucky to have Lana, I'm like, yeah, obviously I'm lucky to have her.
Put in
But
a lot of
also,
work. Yeah.
I've made a lot of choice and put a lot of love and intention into our relationship, as has she.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
goes
choice,
both
right?
ways. That's what we've learnt. Like, you know, if you want to show up for your siblings or friends, it has to go both ways, right?
Yeah. And to be honest, I don't know if everyone thinks we were best friends since day dot, but, like, we haven't always been that close.
No, I feel like I used to hang with my brothers a bit more. Like, I was quite a tomboy when we were younger as well.
Yeah.
But, like, I also kept to myself. I was always, like, putting myself to bed because I was tired and I just wanted to escape the noise.
It'd be like dinner time and everyone would be at the dinner table. Like, Lance was nowhere to be seen.
Or I was asleep and Mum was like to Dad, I told you to feed Alana first.
Yeah, even though she came from a big family, she was always the quiet one,
There
I
has
feel.
to be one, I think.
Yeah. I don't know if it was just where you dropped in on, you were number, 4?
Yeah.
And then our age gap is like 16 months or something. We're quite close.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like you're 10 years older than me, though.
Rude. What, because I have 4 kids?
Yeah, I don't know
I'm a
why.
bit ahead of my time.
Yeah, and I'm like way funner than you. I don't know.
What? Someone has to be sensible. See me on a night out.
Wait, to be honest,
I'm
I
fun.
feel like we balance each other out perfectly.
Yeah. She
But-
brings out those certain things
Yeah.
in me.
Well, we say all the time, like, I don't know, in the real world, we probably wouldn't work. Not in the real world, obviously we are in the real world, but like as a dynamic,
we're so opposite.
We're so opposite that like you wouldn't think it works. But I feel like the main pinpoint of our relationship in the last year or two and how it adapted and has changed to the health it is now and improved, and like our connection has improved, is purely because we decided to just understand each other better.
Yeah.
Like, we know we're not the same.
We're not trying to change each other. We're just like, oh, that's how they work. This is how she works. So
yeah. We started to listen, right?
Yeah. And voicing our opinions and where we need to speak up in our sister dynamic, I guess.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of that did stem from my self-love journey in the last few years.
Yeah.
Like, I got to a point where I was obviously working on myself, and I feel like I started to set boundaries within our dynamic and voice them in a positive way, and that gave you the tools to kind of mirror that effect and voice your boundaries back to me, or like even just get the confidence to talk about how you're feeling in certain situations, or like...
I'm like, what? We're meant to love ourselves?
Yeah.
What is that? Like, I have not known how to love myself in the past 30 years, so it was very new to me.
Yeah. Yeah. It like opened up this new door for you of like... understanding yourself.
Yep.
And like I wasn't trying to like push anything on you. It was purely the factor of like I was working on myself, and I think just how much respect you have for me and who I am as a person. You were like, hey, I want to work on that because she's showing up more confidently, or like Summer's projecting this new light and I want a little bit of that, and like I want to feel confident within myself.
Especially having a daughter, I feel like I got to the point where I was like, I need to teach her self-love because it's so important, and it's something that I like should have seen growing up. But I think like learning that even now, it's just important on how she's going to reflect and look at herself when she becomes an adult.
Yeah.
And I think when you start to get older and you go like, wow, my input on how I love myself in front of my children is so massive.
Yeah.
And I want to show them that I can be confident, I can love myself, I can show up for myself. And that's where Summer came in, teaching me just like to love myself a little bit more.
Yeah. And that just purely came from me like learning a bit more about myself and things I wanted to work on about myself. And then that's the beauty of the mirror effect of like, oh, what's that saying? Oh, it's one of my favourite sayings. It's like you can't change people, but you can change yourself in a way that helps. Oh, damn it. I want to know what it is. It's one of my favourite sayings. I should remember it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's just purely about like obviously working on yourself, and like in doing that, it will reflect positivity on those around you to work on themselves without force, but like by choice, which I 100% am all for. Like I don't like to force people to do things they're not ready to do, and like you can tell. It's
got to be a choice you make on your own when you're ready, especially as a mum. I'm like, that inner voice is not your friend sometimes. You spend your whole life with that inner voice telling you you're not good enough, and you get to a point where you're like, what do you mean I am good enough? I can retrain that inner voice. Like I am beautiful, and like that's where I guess our even sister dynamic improved when I started loving myself a bit more, and Summer saw me like putting the effort in. She was like, wow, like I'm proud of you, and that's where we bounce off each other.
Yeah. And it was more just like nice for me to see you love yourself more in the light I see you in, because obviously I already see all these positive things within you. And then for you to start seeing them really helped our relationship, because you were loving yourself more, and then in turn you were loving like me more, and like it was this full effect. But growing up, I feel like the opposites of us was definitely like I was always quite positive with the way I led, even mindset wise. I kind of always looked for, not always look for positives, but like I was quite confident in the way I led or the way I was to a certain degree, whereas like I feel like you did lead with a negative mindset, and your confidence was lacking throughout like your teenagehood and all of those things. But you were also quite like quiet, and you weren't as social as I was. Like I would force you to come to social things, but like you were like,
I needed to be pulled out of my shell a bit and like exposed to certain things, whereas like, you know, I was just seen as quiet, and that's where I stayed, like just a quiet, reserved child.
Yeah.
But I think, I don't know, exposing myself to those things even at 30 now. And my goal this year when I entered 2024 was to step outside of that. And that's why we're talking here.
Yeah. And I feel like our biggest change was recognising like that we could be confident within ourselves as we are. Like you can show up as an introvert. Would you label yourself as an introvert?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you're a bit more anxious and introverted, but the fact that you started to understand that side of yourself more and also found like a safe communication space with me to discuss the way you were like thinking and acting that made you feel a bit more secure in how you are was also like a big pivotal point for your growth journey. Like you're not just trying to show up as me and like...
No, I feel like I spent a lot of my life thinking I had to change who I was to fit in. Yeah. And then I think even sharing on TikTok and social media and showing that side of me, people understood me and they're like, I'm like Lana or I'm like Summer. And that's where I got that little confident boost of going, oh, just keep showing up as you.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to change. Like, yeah, you feel like you don't fit in, but who said we all have to feel like we fit in?
Yeah.
Like to society.
Yeah.
And their norms.
Yeah. And I feel like I'm anxious too, but like I'm an extrovert in social environments because that's my way to like fit in. Like I'll talk a lot because I'm anxious. So like I'll over talk.
You talk.
It comes off as confidence sometimes, but in my mind I'm like actually really anxious. So I'll talk to fill voids and like to create comfort for those around me that I feel anxious and like, and then after like scenarios I'll be up to Lana, whoa, what did I just say? Like,
and then I'm like, at least you spoke. Like my communication, I've always struggled with my communication. I think just being an overthinker, you know, that anxiety that's just in your chest and you're like, what do I say next? What are they going to say to me? Like my inner dialogue is so different.
Out. Pretend like just to like pull a picture for you guys.
I'm already stressed about it.
What I'm going to ask. But like for everyone listening, I feel like you either be one way or the other. Yeah. Like say me and Alana are in a social environment. There's a group of a few people. Let's say we don't know them. We're at an event. Ooh, does that make you feel even worse?
The worst thing is like, I think I come across mean because I don't talk and I don't converse with people I don't know.
We call it the resting bee face, right?
But like it's just
you get
because
that comment all the time.
In my head I'm like, I don't know them. What do I talk about? And like people normally don't struggle with that, or they just have a general topic they'll talk about. But wait, don't go off track.
Ready? Play this out. She's trying to distract me. We walk into the group scenario, say it's an event. I want you to like talk through your thought pattern, just as our different like thought patterns and our different dynamics of like situations and how we work well together.
Oh
like I feel like it's how we mesh well together. Say we walk up to a group of people. What's going through your mind to step into the conversation?
I don't know. I'm like, Summer, what are you going to say to them first?
Oh, like, I'm so I already know Lana's thinking that. So I will always introduce, get names
Which
together.
Isn't a good thing, but it's just what
I've learned to stop doing that.
Yeah.
Actually, I took mindful moments to stop doing that, even though it made me so uncomfortable because I knew Alana was so uncomfortable. But I started recognizing I was creating this safety net for her, which as a sister obviously is fine. But I realised through her journey that wasn't helping her grow and it wasn't helping her adapt to certain scenarios. So I did make a mindful decision to stop always leading the conversations or saving her from one-on-one conversations. And sometimes I'll pop to the toilet.
I need training, don't I?
No, you don't need training. But what goes through your mind?
Why are they coming up to me though?
No, like we're in a group scenario and people are talking.
Okay.
So
Hi,
like,
my name's Lana. Hi, what's your name?
But through your mind, like how are you responding? Like they're just coming, your thoughts are coming through to reply, you're overthinking it,
I'm like, what are they going to ask me? What do I say back? So my inner dialogue is already running in overdrive with the like anxious feeling. And I probably normally go bright red because I'm overthinking it and then I end up saying nothing.
Yeah.
That's all. Like I'm just in my own head.
So you're having the conversations in your head.
Yeah, and I can't say them out loud because I think I'm going to stuff it up because I'm already running it through my head too much.
Yeah, you're trying to figure out what they're going to ask next to prepare the answer to their question that they haven't asked yet, just to make you a little bit more comfortable in the possible conversation that's going to come up that no one asked yet.
So I rehearse what I'm going to say normally, even when I order my coffee or like order something at a like takeaway thing, I say it in my head, and it's bad if like they ask a different question because I normally end up muddling up what I'm going to say back.
Yeah.
But that's just how my mind has always worked, you know.
Yeah. But you're getting better at it.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's so much more common than you think.
It's just anxiety, I think. Like anxiety, but
social
also
anxiety.
Just feeling like I'm going to say the wrong thing. But I'm very quiet. Like I'm happy not to talk as well.
Yeah.
Like,
well, from the outside perspective in the group scenarios,
yeah.
obviously, like I don't necessarily think anyone sees the anxious side. They just think you're quiet.
Or they think I'm a bitch. Like
I don't know.
I don't know. Like I feel like people think I'm quite intimidating because I have tattoos and like, you know, I'm a tall girl and stuff like that. But also it's a resting bee face for me.
Or like it's like you're quiet and you don't really care what anyone else has to say because you're not asking questions.
Yeah, I'm just there. I'm happy to be there, but I don't really want to converse.
Yeah, but
which
I feel
I'm
like
working
you do.
on. I want to get to know people, but not people I don't know.
But then how do you get to know people?
I just have my certain friends and my family, and I feel like I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Like that's my comfort bubble, and I'm working on stepping outside of it.
Yeah. And I like being in comfortable situations too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where our sister dynamic, we actually tune in really well together because obviously I'm used to Alana and the way she is and she's used to me speaking up for her, and like we've just always had this like unspoken trust in conversations with groups, and like going out together she knows I'll help lead the way and I'll bring comfort for her and communication and like things like that. So like we're polar opposites.
Yeah.
But see, I talk a lot, but I'm also quite anxious and people wouldn't think it. So they would think I'm really confident with the way I walk into a room, which I am, but like I'm such an energy person.
Yeah.
So I get overwhelmed by like the amount of people in the room and like I'm already like feeling everyone's energies. And
anxiety.
Well, even with you, like I'm used to like finding the anxious people in the room and coming to them to talk to them to make them feel comfortable.
Fill that void,
to fill the void. And like I can tell other people that are anxious in the conversation, so I'll over talk to them and I'll over communicate so they feel more comfortable. But in doing that, it's very draining for me to be in social environments.
Yeah.
And then after the fact, I'm like, oh my gosh, should I just spend the whole night talking to one person? Or like, you know, I just enjoy it. But like, I also have the anxious side in a different way.
Yeah.
But at the same way, we mesh so well together.
Yeah. I find it easy to talk if people are asking me the questions. Sometimes like if people come across and they're very good at communicating and I'm like, oh, like the conversation can flow a bit.
Yeah.
But it's the people that come across and like they don't converse with me much. It just makes it more awkward.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like though that's where the differences in who we are and how we are have adapted well over the last year or two through our journeys, because like I said, you've gotten better at communicating that you feel this way in certain environments and in your head you recognise that
it's like controlling my life.
Yeah, but you also now recognise that that's going on, and I wouldn't say it's not normal.
I just thought it was normal. Like I thought everyone.
But it is normal. It is normal for you, and I think that's fine. Like everyone's normal is normal to them, and you don't need to be like me or be like you. You just need to understand yourself better so you can kind of work on yourself in those scenarios, or ensure you're around people that you do feel safe with. You know what I mean? You don't have to force yourself into certain environments if you don't want to. Like our safe space that we created has helped the health of our relationship and connected us more because we did start listening, and I feel like our thoughts and feelings between us, we've always validated. Like that's a strength we have always had within our relationship through different points of like things that have gone wrong or like hardships. Like you've never made me feel like I need to over explain the reasons why I feel that way. Like you've always made me feel validated and safe in how I feel. You don't judge me for what I do or how I act.
Yeah, and I think it was a big thing finding my voice to like even come to you and talk to you about things, and like that was a big thing, opening up like at times that I needed to talk to you or be upfront with you. And that was, I think, where our sister dynamic improved so much because we both communicated to each other.
Yeah. Do you feel like there was anything I was doing or like there was a point that you can recall that like kind of opened that up for you or like made you realise you could speak more on how you feel? Or
I think just realising self-love journey, like loving myself enough to know that, like, Summer cares and Summer will show up, Summer will pick the phone up, and, like, building that trust within our sister dynamic and feeling like she's validated me and heard what I've had to say and she actually cares.
What makes you feel like I care? Like, what is it that I do that makes you feel like I care, imposed to other people that you feel like you can't talk to like that?
I think the response, like, you've always picked up the phone and you've always shown you cared.
In what way?
By just acknowledging what I have to say and telling me that my feelings are validated.
Yeah.
And telling me that it's okay for me to feel a certain way about a situation. And, like, you've always said it in, like, a positive way, like a positive light, whereas I don't think you would ever say anything which isn't a positive in my life or towards my relationship or, you know, our sister dynamic as well.
Yeah. And do you feel like I give you the hard answer sometimes?
Sometimes, yeah. You'll be upfront and you'll be like, Lana.
Let's tell people, like, guys, I'm not all roses, but I do it in a certain way. But, like, I will approach Alana if I see wrongdoing in her actions in something she's telling me. Like, that is something I stand strong by, no matter who's acting a certain way in a certain confrontation, whether they're blood, they're not, whatever, friend or not. I'm going to look at the actions of the situation and I'm going to tell you if I think, hey, you could work on this. But like you said, that comes from love.
Yeah, she'll always say it from a good place in her heart. And I know that because of the amount of effort she puts into my family, like, it's always going to be a positive in my life, whatever she has to say. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'll take in your opinion over anyone else's.
Yeah. And yeah, it's a choice to be vulnerable at the end of the day. Like, I feel like previous years we haven't always been vulnerable with each other.
Nah, we just kept to ourselves.
But that's probably the one reason why our relationship... Pardon me!
Summer!
I think it's the Opa.
What?
What's in that?
Oh, rude.
I can cut that out. No, I won't.
Had a little bit pop up there.
But no, it's definitely like a choice to be vulnerable. And there was a lot of times in the past where, like, I should have or could have called Alana prior to, like, our relationship being where it is now. But the factor of me assuming how she was going to respond or the things she was going to say to me and trying to control that situation and that scenario stopped me.
Yeah.
And that also was putting a halt on our relationship growth because I was trying to control our relationship and keep it at a certain bar.
Yeah, I think so as well. Like, it took a while for you to open up and start taking in what I had to say. Like, we do bicker, guys.
Oh, yeah. Tell them, Lance. Come on, give it to them.
We have our moments
really
where, like,
behind the scenes.
We've got to have conversations about certain things. Like, obviously, Summer lives with us.
If you guys are new here.
She's in the granny flat, but majority of the time, you know, she's in the main house putting up with the 4 kids and stuff as well. So there's certain times where, you know, we have conversations or I'm like, I don't know, example, say.
Give me an example.
She'll come in and give Kai a few treats and he's wearing like a white jumper and I've just got him dressed for the day.
Right.
And I'm like,
you can't throw me under the bus for auntie stuff. That's
I'm like, Summer,
not valid.
I just dressed him.
Not valid. No, I'm kidding.
That's the minor things. But yeah, I feel like anything we do bring up with each other, like, we take it in just to help the dynamic of the home. And, you know, she even helps with the input of, I don't know, certain things where, you know, I think I'm wrong or right in my relationship and she'll be like, yeah, actually, pull me up. She'll be like, Lana, pull your head in.
Oh, yeah. Like, something's gone on with her and Yona, like,
valid.
I'll be the first to be like, no, like, he's valid to feel that way, Lance. Like, maybe you need to reflect on your actions and how you're showing up and you're a bit tired, I think. Like, yeah. But I will step in and say those things. I'm not here to, like, support her bad reactions or anything like that. Like, I'm here to make sure she's the best she can be. And obviously we let shit slide, like, as well, because we're all human. But if I see something that I'm like, hey, Lance, I'm going to give you a bit of awareness right now because you need to work on that. That's not very nice.
Yeah, vice versa between all of us.
And me too, 100%. 100%. But yeah, that is a good point. And it's funny now though, like, even in scenarios where I feel like we are bickering or I'm not showing up as my best self, I can, like, self-reflect now and, like, I'll come to Alana and I'll be like, hey, Lance, or before we hang out for the day or something, I'll be like, hey, Lance, I'm sorry I acted that way, like I shouldn't speak to you like that, or like sorry for talking like that, for talking to you like that in front of the kids, or sorry I stepped over that boundary, or anything like that. We are a lot better now at voicing and owning our shit.
Yeah.
Like, whereas I feel like in the past, because we are siblings, it's very much the norm to kind of act certain ways, especially because you go from like childhood to adulthood, and there's this transition in between that no one talks about. But like, it's just the norm to continue
patterns
of like letting shit slide and talking to each other in certain ways because, oh, it's my sister, like it's fine.
Yeah.
But then we step into adulthood and it's like, okay, we're adults and we respect each other.
Yeah. But
just certain things that if I was acting a certain way, you would have let slide before, but over time you're probably getting a bit annoyed and resentful at me for just biting or like being a little bit moody at you in certain ways.
Or even the kids sometimes. I feel like it was mainly in the beginning when you moved in. The kids had to adjust to having you there and not like just getting their own way because you were there. Yeah. So like that was a big adjustment as well in the beginning, and me going like, Summer, if I tell them off, don't say the opposite. Or, and now like I understand, you know, if she's telling them off for something, you know, she's telling them off for a reason.
Yeah. But when those things do happen and like I come to you and I apologise, that's definitely helped our relationship, and like that's a vulnerable thing to do that I think a lot of people struggle with, like even when they know they've done something wrong, and it could be minor, but the minor things all add up. Accountability and actually turning around as an adult, and we do it in front of the kids to like set a good example. I will apologise to Alana in front of the kids so they can hear that I'm taking accountability, that I shouldn't have done that, and they can see that as an adult I apologise to the kids too if I show up and I'm whatever and I'm a bit whatever. But
I do it all the time. I'm like, sorry, Mummy got angry. You know, I was just a bit overstimulated, and explaining, you know, it's okay for the parents to be in the wrong as well, like be accountable. Yeah,
and that used to be such an uncomfortable thing to do, and I didn't really used to do it, whereas now I find it so empowering.
Yeah.
Like I find it so empowering that I can come to you and apologise, and I see just the little twitch that I twitchy got. You know, that little change in your energy being like, oh, okay, that's nice that she noticed. That she was doing that and it actually offended me or it affected me, and we can move on from that. Vice versa.
I do it too, guys. My tired mornings, or I've had my little outbursts sometimes where I'm like, far out, I was just tired and I got angry, you know.
Oh, yeah. And if she hasn't had her coffee.
Yeah.
So another difference, I am a morning person. Like
I'm a don't talk to me in the morning person.
You guys probably catch me morning. Like I'm normally up around 6. I'll go to Pilates. I'm good to go for the day. I'll have a coffee after. But if you catch Mama Lance without a coffee in the morning, do not talk to her. Do not look at her.
Running off lack of sleep.
Don't do no high pitched noises.
Yeah.
But I'm used to that. That's okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to be more accountable.
But honestly, I feel like the differences in our personalities and me spending more time with your personality, which is a bit more calming and like reassuring and like easygoing, has helped me grow a lot.
Yeah.
Because you've brought me down a little bit more. Whereas if you were like me...
Yeah, you have said actually, like the day you go date and find a man, like I feel like you would find someone completely opposite to you, like, and that's what you need in your life.
Like our relationship has helped realize, like, make me realize that like it's actually a positive for me to have someone that's not like me.
I don't think you could be with someone exactly like you. Yeah. No. That's where me and Yona kind of work as well. He's hyperactive and like full on loud, outspoken. Sometimes too loud.
Yeah.
But that's where the kids are like that. Summer's like that. But I'm the complete opposite. And
poor Alana, she needs to be in the granny flat, to be honest.
Yeah, I might move in there. You reckon Yona would mind?
What?
If I moved into the granny flat?
We'll just put him in there.
Yeah. Won't hear his snoring.
He'll probably love it. He'll be like, see ya. But no, it has helped me grow and be a little bit more aware of how I am, and that like sometimes I'm a lot. But also,
you don't always have to be right, guys.
No, you don't always have to be right.
There's a lot of people out there that just think their opinion is the right opinion.
Oh yeah, I used to be like that a lot, hey. Come on, add to that. Don't just try and pretend you're not talking about me.
No, I mean, just a lot of people won't be accountable, won't be self-aware.
Yeah.
And it's something they need to learn because you're not the only right person in the world.
Yeah. And just understanding like different personalities and like those around you, and that like just because they don't act or show up the same way as you doesn't mean they're not like...
It doesn't mean they're mean. They just got anxiety.
No, it doesn't mean that like your relationship can't be better. Like I think it's just people get to a point where they don't stop understanding, and their expectations are for you to meet me
Why
there
are they like
and
that? Yeah.
be like me. And if I'm hanging around you, like do this. But it's like if you're willing to adapt and understand, the
Everyone's
relationships
mind's
that you
different.
can build are so beautiful. Because look at us. But yeah, we're so different. But also so
we
alike.
are not alike.
And it works so well.
You can see in our content like how different we are, and that's why people like our content, because they're like, oh my gosh, I'm like Lana, I'm like Summer. Like
And,
they understand that there's two different personalities there.
Yeah. And even you working on your confidence, like I had not a big thing, but you pulled me up a while ago when I was doing more chitty chat videos on TikTok, and like for a long time on our content or just in life in general, like I've been masking how I am and like toning my energy down and my actions and my quirk down to feel like I could fit into certain like scenarios, and also online, like
because you're worried about what people would think, right?
I don't even know if it was worry. I think it was just I was used to doing that.
Yeah.
Like it was normal for me to tone myself down, and I've learned how to mask my energy so people don't think I'm too much, or that like I can like fit into this situation or anything like that. And you were the
You're never
first.
too much, honey.
Yeah. But that honestly, you like brought so much comfort for me to step into my true self online, especially. Like you guys have probably seen my content change and like seen me show up more as myself.
I pulled you up and I was like,
not me trying to...
Summer, stop acting like you're someone else.
She
like,
literally
just
goes,
be you on the
you need to just relax.
videos. Like be you. It doesn't seem like you're being you.
Yeah, she was like, why are you trying to act all proper?
Yeah, that's not us.
But like I took it, I was like, you're so right.
Because people will connect more with you being yourself.
Yeah, there's so many more people like me too.
That's why we're on TikTok and all that. Like we want to connect with people in this world. We want to feel like we have a purpose in a way, like why we're on social media and sharing that.
Oh, and it's just so like, it's been so, the words today, I can't find them. Not enlightening.
They're in your pocket. Have a look in your pocket.
Oh, so like, enlightening isn't the word.
Empowering.
See,
I always find the words for you.
This is why I love
That's
you
how
so
we
much.
work.
Yeah, I need to keep you in my pocket wherever I go.
That will be very weird. I don't think I'm going to fit.
I'll get bigger pants. But it's been so empowering for me to like step into my own and stop masking, because it was actually really exhausting having to like level myself out to be normal.
Yeah, who's normal? We're not.
But yeah, it's
Who
been
wants
so
to be
nice.
normal?
So yeah, you see me show up on that content these days, guys. That's me. Like a lot of people ask Alana, they're like, is she really like that in real life?
Yeah, I'm like this too.
Alana's like, she's even worse.
Yeah.
Like it's just me being me, and it's been nice to like for us both individually to connect to different audiences through our content on the one platform. And feel so seen and validated and heard for like just who we are as individuals, and like you guys give us the confidence to continue showing up as ourselves and not trying to be like each other, just show up in the most confident way we can as we are. And like the love you guys show us, we appreciate so much. And like you're a huge reason why we have felt empowered to step into our content more, and why we have felt empowered to show up as ourselves.
I think when we meet people in person, they're like, oh my gosh, you're like exact same in person, but maybe we're funnier in person. Who knows?
I reckon.
They're very surprised. Like we're not some sort of other people that we're not showing on social media or something. Like, because there is people like that. I guess they're like personalities online.
Yeah.
But we just show up as
What you
ourselves.
see is what you get, guys. And like, we're always ready for a big family hug. Like, I feel like
What?
maybe
I'm
not
not
Lana.
Family hug?
No, but like energy wise, like my leading thing is I love meeting people, and I feel like I have this energy where like I hope you feel it when you meet me one day. If you do, like, we've known each other all our lives. Like, I do like having that embrace of like...
Don't be afraid to say hello if you see us, guys. Like, don't need to just have a look over. Just be like, hi. Follow you guys on social media. Otherwise, it's a bit awkward sometimes. People do the whole stare and, like, don't say hello. Like, just say hello. It's fine.
We love meeting you guys.
As awkward as I am, I'll say hello back.
Oh, it's so nice too, because so many people know, like, not to hug Lance, and I'm like, give her a hug.
Yeah, sometimes it's better if they do go in, like, without making it uncomfortable. Guys, you
heard it here
like,
voice?
If they say hello, voiced. Like, heard it here voice?
Heard it here first.
Sometimes when they say hello and go in for the hug, like, I feel like it's better because I don't overthink it.
Yeah, and then I take the piss about the hug and make you uncomfortable. Sorry
Unless
about that.
they're like, I don't know, a bit more like...
So you're saying if we meet followers, you want them to give you a hug?
Like, don't ask. I find it worse when people are like, can I give you a hug? It's like, say hello. You can give me a hug. It's
just
fine.
Make it natural.
Yeah, but don't be like, can I give you a hug? Because I'm going to go, oh, no, they want to give me a hug. And then I'm going to overthink it. And I'm like,
she's like, how are they going to hug me? How long are they going to hug me for?
Yeah. Sometimes it's just better if you say hello and, I don't know, go in for it. But we'll see.
But I feel like it's nice, like, through our personalities meshing together over this journey of, I don't know, TikTok and being online and social media and our platform and everything. And just the way our different personalities have helped empower each other to show up as ourselves, but like better versions of ourselves. But like you being comfortable being you, but just being confident in the way you are.
Yeah. And honestly, guys, the number on the followers or Instagram followers, like, doesn't matter to us. I find like people think it's a thing, or like we think we're better with the amount of followers. But honestly, we're very humble and we don't feel any different to you guys.
Yeah, no.
That's not a thing for us. Like, our pride is put aside and we're like, just like you.
Yeah. Our following, literally, the only reason we get so excited about our numbers, or if we post about our numbers, it's purely based on our reach and our community. Yeah. And we look at it and we're like, wow, look at the community we've grown, like of like-minded people that either align with us as a family or us as individuals, or like have been here since the beginning and watched us grow. Like it's such a bizarre bond.
Like, people go, oh, a guy at rugby yesterday.
No, but it's such a bizarre bond to like share with strangers.
Yeah.
But like, you guys do know us to a certain degree and you've watched us grow and adapt, and like I feel like we feel like you're proud of us and we feel so like, I don't know, it's so comforting to have you guys here and watch us experience us through this journey. Like it's such a beautiful unspoken bond that we have. I don't know, I can't explain it, right?
Yeah. So should we review the snack?
So we're gonna, what are you gonna rate it?
I don't mind it. Say 7.
Oh, here we go. She's going to give the 12-month plus snack a 7, but won't give like Kit Kat. No, what did I bring in that time? A chocolate over 6 or something.
Because it was made of like hummus.
Hummus?
No, the chickpea balls.
Oh, yeah.
They weren't that nice.
To be honest, I love a kid snack. I'd rate it an 8.
Yeah. Head into Aldi, guys.
Oh, grab some for the kiddies. From?
Yeah, they're cheap as an Aldi.
But yeah, we're going to wrap this one up here.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Thank you so much for tuning in and for hanging out with us. We're so appreciative that you're here on this journey with us, and we love you guys so much. Tell them, Lance.
We love you guys so much.
Oh!
It's starting to flow.
I feel like you said that nearly without me saying anything.
Thanks so much for listening, guys.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. We hope you've been humbled.